Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contracts. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
Hey everybody, it's Babs. You know, one thing that makes the holiday season so magical is the traditions we share year after year. And that's why I'm so excited to tell you about Birch Lane. Their classic furniture and festive decor is carefully crafted to bring joy to every seasonal celebration. Plus, it's delivered fast and free, so you can start spreading the holiday cheer. Shop my hand-picked Birch Lane collection and more classic styles at birchlane.com.
The kettle's boiled, Vic.
Great. Perfect timing. Just a dash of milk for me, please, mate.
Here you go. Shall we get started then?
Have you ever woken up on a Sunday morning and said, I'm never drinking again, and then found yourself waving $50 at a barman by happy hour?
Are you wondering why everyone else can stop at 1 while you head to a dodgy after-party with a weird bloke called Disco Dave? If so, it might be time to take a deeper look at your relationship with your reliable social crutch, alcohol.
On each episode, we'll investigate our own dysfunctional dealings with booze and find out if it's possible to stop this deeply ingrained habit before things get too messy.
Yep, we're going to open up a shame shed of humiliating drinking stories to help you understand why waking up from a booze coma each weekend with a kebab sticking out of your top pocket might actually be negatively impacting your health.
Hamish and I are here to delve into what it's like being sober, an unwanted warts and all look into why giving up those cheeky pints or putting down those mummy wines will make you feel happier, help your anxiety and mental health, and turn you into the most sparkly, authentic version of you.
Won't that mean I become boring though, Vic?
Well, Hamish, we'll just have to wait and see. I'm Victoria Vanstone.
I'm Hamish Adams-Cairns.
And this is Sober Awkward.
I'd like to start today's episode with a bit of a warning because we are going to talk about some quite heavy subjects in this episode, including sexual assault. This was inspired by an email that we received that Vic is going to read some excerpts of, not all of it. We're also going to leave the person... She's got a pseudonym, isn't she?
A pseudonym is Charlotte, yes.
Charlotte, okay.
Yes. I put it out there after our methanol episode, Hamish, to our cuppa community to see if anyone had ever had their drink spiked. We had loads of responses, and I said to anyone, look, if you don't want to share your story on our community, email me privately and I would love to hear from you because, you know, I haven't had that experience as heavily as a lot of people. I have had an experience which I'll go into later on in the episode, but some of the stories we got were absolutely shocking, and this one kind of blew my mind. So thank you so much to Charlotte who wrote to us. I'm not going to read you all of it because it is quite intense, but I just want to go over the main bulk of her email. She said, I had my drink spiked with LSD. It was in the early 90s. I was a light drinker at the time. Cannabis was actually her main drug of choice back then. And due to a recent surgery, when she went out that night, she was a little bit subdued already. So the spiking, she thinks, who was done by a female friend, was to sort of liven her up. Her friend had gone, oh, she needs a bit of awakening and we're going to have a really good night. I'm going to stick some LSD in her drink or however she did it.
So do we think she was already on some sort of medication post-surgery?
Yeah,
or
and she felt a bit subdued and not really in the mood, and her friend didn't tell her but put something in her drink. Yeah, so she had no idea that was happening. She left the party because she wasn't feeling very well, and she was dressed up in fancy dress at the time and attempted to walk home because she wasn't feeling very well. She said, I live in an inland town in Queensland of about 100,000 people. And on the way home, she encountered a group of people who actually beat her up. They beat her up quite badly. In fact, to the point where 2 people came along and intervened and saved her and pulled her out of the situation. It was 2 footballers, 2 brothers. They were leaving a nightclub, saw she was in trouble, took her by the hand and said, come with us. We're worried those people are going to kill you. They said, we live nearby and we'll get you a cab and we'll take you back to ours. The guys then went on to rape her. And she managed to get away from that situation after a few hours. She grabbed some semen-covered and grass-stained clothes, managed to put them on, was smart enough to think, I need some evidence about this. Even though she was, feeling under the influence of this drug at the time, she was in and out of consciousness. She said she didn't know what was going on. And eventually she got home. She went straight in the bath and she rang a friend who lived near her for support. And it was actually the girl that spiked her drink that she phoned, who was very proud of spiking the drink and said, shit happens, when she confronted her.
What?
Yes. So actually, this lady, Charlotte, she went to the police and she didn't point the finger at that girl. She actually had a 2-year-old child, this lady, and she didn't want to put her in the line of fire. And actually, the juveniles weren't charged due to youth legislation at the time, even though there was a lot of evidence against them. They claimed to be in a blackout and they didn't get done for the crime. So she said that she was let down by both sexes. She was in a situation with a friend where she should have been safe and those guys should have helped her. She said the trauma, compounded with complex childhood trauma already, no doubt contributed to a later drinking problem. So nowadays she has a little photograph of herself on her fridge on her day one since she gave up drinking. And it helps her focus on her healing and moving forward from this event. She says, I'm now in my 4th year of alcohol, tobacco and cannabis free. Yeah. She says, I'm older and wiser and I'm truly my own best friend now and much better judge of character. I mean, that's a full-on story. So thank you, Charlotte, is an alias name. We do appreciate you contacting us with that story. And it has inspired this episode today. So thank you for being so open. And that is a really traumatic experience. But it highlights, Haim, that sometimes the perpetrators in drink spiking incidents don't get reported or even don't get done for the crime when they are. It's quite shocking, the stats, as we're going to go into later in the podcast.
So let's dedicate today's episode to Charlotte.
While we approach the topic with our usual awkward humour, we have to do a bit of that, Hamish, to keep everyone jolly, don't we? We want to acknowledge the real-life impact of drink spiking and the emotional toll it can take. If this is something you find difficult to hear, please take care of yourself during this episode and feel free to skip it or listen with someone that you trust.
Remember, it's never your fault if something like this happens, and we're here to help you navigate the tough stuff, one uncomfortable conversation at a time. So, Vic, why is it so dangerous?
Well, yeah, for obvious reasons. I know we're taking it back to the nitty gritty and working it all out from the start, really, aren't we, Hamish? The effects of drink spiking can be life-threatening. It can cause confusion, memory loss, the loss of control, leaving victims vulnerable for further harm. In some cases, people have been spiked and later assaulted, robbed, or worse.
It's not just drugs like Rohypnol or GHB that are used. Alcohol is one of the most common substances used in drink spiking, particularly dangerous for sober people, as we'll get to.
Yeah.
People may pour additional shots into someone's drink without their consent, which can have severe effects, especially for someone who isn't used to drinking heavily.
For those in recovery or choosing sobriety, drink spiking can be especially dangerous. Imagine thinking you're drinking a safe alcohol-free drink only to realise later you've unknowingly been drugged or given alcohol. It can be emotionally and physically devastating for someone trying to stay sober.
So, Vic, we need to start with your own experiences, because I know that sadly you have been the victim of drink spiking.
I have. And actually, I found this episode very, very difficult to write because I had some real confronting moments, Hamish. A long time ago, in my early 20s when I was travelling, I was living in Byron Bay in someone's garage. I was squatting there. Yeah, I don't quite know what was going on. I went out for the night and I hadn't seen some friends for a while and I'd had one glass of wine. I remember a dodgy guy being there who had a cross on his forehead. I've told the story on the podcast before. And I remember thinking he was a bit strange, but I accepted a drink off him. And I can't really remember anything else apart from that. The night disappeared. I remember someone grabbing me by the scruff of my neck and pulling the guy off me. He had walked me down the end of the beach to the dark end of the beach away from the campfire where we were. And when my friends found me, he was sort of climbing on top of me and I was completely out of it. Nothing happened. My friends found me and told me what had happened the next day. And I remember feeling really, really embarrassed. I felt shame which is strange.
Yeah.
It's like the money thing we talked about in the last episode. I felt a lot of shame that I'd let someone else fill my glass, that I was naive enough not to check, that I put myself in that situation, even that I was stupid enough to accept a drink from a stranger. But I was a massive people pleaser and a massive drinker. So if someone passed me a drink, I drank it, no questions asked, which I realise now is really stupid. I hear it's a common side effect for people that get assaulted. They don't report it because they feel a sense of shame at it being their fault. I definitely felt that. It's so strange, isn't it, that the victim, feels the shame.
Did you keep the story a secret because of that shame? Were you open talking to her about it?
Do you know what I did? I laughed it off like a joke. Because I thought, oh, well, that was a close call. Oh, yeah. So I kind of thought that, yeah, I got away with that. Like I got away with a lot of things. They were clear red flags, of course, getting myself into these situations, but I chose to ignore them. I know it's much less likely for a man's drink to be spiked, Hamish, but have you or any of your mates ever been spiked?
I have never knowingly been spiked, but few of my mates have.
Oh, right.
Actually, yeah, the one occasion that came to mind was we were maybe 16. We just finished GCSEs.
Yeah.
And there's one pub in Clapham that would serve us. And that was the place we went. We actually hosted like a party there that day, just beginning of the summer. And one of my best mates got spiked. You know, he was a reasonably cultured drinker, even though he was 16.
Yeah.
And he hadn't drunk a lot and he was completely out of it.
Right.
We actually had to get everyone out of the pub because the police got called. We were obviously all underage.
Right.
It was ketamine that he'd been spiked with, which is weird because it was mostly our mates at the party.
They did a drug test on him, did they? I
can't remember how we know if it was ketamine. He must have had a drug test done.
Right.
But he was completely out of it. No, it was a public pub. So, but 90% of people there were our mates. So why anyone would have spiked him? You know, we were 16. Is it some sick joke? Was someone trying to hit on him? Why? We don't know. I think we also laughed it off. And I guess me being like an immature teenager, there was certainly, in a laddish culture, it was certainly a case of like, free drugs.
Yeah. Just made a joke out of it.
Lucky you. Yeah. You got free ketamine tonight. None of us did.
Yeah.
Which is, an insane way to look at it.
But there's a level of immaturity there to go, actually, this is looking at it as a joke rather than looking at the seriousness of it, which is probably a big problem in society, isn't it? That we just go, okay, we got away with that one. Let's carry on with our lives. Yeah. But it's funny how I just brushed that incident under the carpet like your friend probably did. The day after, I was just glad to be okay and happy that my mates had saved me. But something interesting, this is why I found this confronting to write. I never considered telling the police, right? It never, ever crossed my mind. I should have called the police. Yeah. Somebody tried to rape me. It's as simple as that. That's what happened. Somebody drugged my drink and attempted to rape me, and I laughed it off. Yeah. I do still feel a bit embarrassed about that. It never crossed my mind that it was a crime. Same when I was hit by a boyfriend later on, a few years after that, actually. I should have taken action, but I didn't. I did the very British thing of like burying my experiences deep down and not thinking about them, which possibly led me to drinking even more. There is guilt in there somewhere. There's guilt in there now because I look back and think I should have reported that person because maybe he went on to rape somebody else and that's kind of my fault. So there's lots of levels of guilt, isn't there? About me, about them, about future victims. Like it's really messy in my head, that whole situation.
It's interesting you say that. I wonder if, I know we've referenced the fact this happens far less frequently with men, but I wonder how rarely a man would report having their drink spiked out of shame. Like, oh no, this is the thing that happens to girls. And like, I'm not a lightweight. I wonder if there's this sort of macho man approach and they would not report it because of the shame of that.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure that happens all the time. I think people are embarrassed when it happens to them. And of course, there's a perpetrator out there committing a crime. It's not anybody's fault. Well, we'll get a bit into that in a minute.
I think what you felt is called victim blaming. Victim blaming happens when someone suggests that a person who has been harmed is somehow responsible for what happened to them. It shifts the blame from the perpetrator to the victim, making the victim feel guilty or at fault for their own trauma. Like you feeling like you shouldn't have put yourself in that risky situation, like it's your fault, when really, Vic, you should have felt safe on that beach with your friends.
Yeah, I should have done. It wasn't my fault, was it? And it's scary to think that I thought that all these years.
Well, we particularly think it if we've already had a drink.
Yeah.
Or like, well, I was drunk. drunk.
Yeah.
So, I wasn't as careful as I could have been. So maybe it is my fault.
I totally agree with you, Hamish. I should have felt safe. It wasn't my fault. It was just that there was a guy nearby that was out there to hurt me or hurt someone. It didn't really matter who, probably.
In the context of drink spiking, victim blaming typically sounds a bit like this. They should have kept an eye on their drink. What did they expect? They were out partying. Maybe they shouldn't have been drinking so much.
Gosh, yeah, you hear those statements. They imply that the victim could have prevented the crime, which is absolutely false. The only person responsible for drink spiking is the spiker themselves.
So it's time to let go of any feelings of responsibility, Vic. This was 100% not your fault.
But let's just dig into that a little bit, Hamish. I was drinking, though.
Yep.
What do you think about that?
I don't think that makes you to blame.
No.
I think it's incredibly easy to spike someone's drink, whether or not you are sober, and plenty of sober people have had their drinks spiked, or not. We are not constantly guarding our drinks.
No.
Particularly if they're in a glass rather than a bottle, right? So I don't think the fact you're drinking makes it any more it was your fault. I mean, yes, we have both done reckless things when we're drinking, and we've picked up glasses that we found anywhere at a party or anywhere at a pub and drunk them. If that was the situation, were you to blame? I still don't think so. No. Yes, you were being reckless, but still someone's gone out with the intention of drugging someone.
Yeah, because you'd never imagine that would happen. And I know probably I put myself at risk more than I would do when I was sober. And that was a choice that I made. It's a choice that everybody makes when they take a drink, I guess, that they know they're going to act in a different way than their normal selves. And so there is a level of guilt, even when I'm saying it's not my fault, I do have to take some responsibility in the fact that I was out there drinking, which may have put me in harm's way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know for a fact that I don't go to many campfires now in Byron Bay.
Is that written off campfires?
Yeah, so because I stay at home. I'm much safer in my sobriety because I'm not hanging out in places.
I thought you just said that story ended campfires for you. That was the last campfire I ever went to.
I only go to campfires now with people I trust. You won't be coming.
No.
So actually, it's quite healing to hear that you think that. Can I pay you some money now? No.
Yes, please do.
This is actually a good therapy session for me today, Hamish, because I do think I probably still hang on to a bit of guilt from that situation, probably blaming myself a little bit. It's so complex. Yeah.
I understand why you would.
Yeah.
But I guess it's never black and white, something like this.
No, it's not.
Victim blaming adds another layer of trauma for victims. Instead of being supported, they feel ashamed, isolated, and less likely to report what happened. It stops people from seeking help and allows perpetrators to keep getting away with their actions.
Yeah. Victim blaming is toxic and it needs to stop. No one asked to be spiked. No one deserves to be assaulted. No one is responsible for someone else's criminal behaviour, because that's what it is.
That's it. It is a criminal act. You were the victim to a professional, it could have been, or just someone who's gone out with some crazy intention to drug a stranger for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Drink spiking isn't just a bad prank. It's a serious crime that can have devastating consequences, whether it's done with drugs, extra alcohol, or any substance that alters someone's state without their knowledge. It's a violation of consent and trust. It can leave victims feeling vulnerable, traumatized, and unsafe in social settings where they should feel secure.
The reality is, I guess, that drink spiking happens more often than people think. And it's not just something that affects partygoers or those drinking alcohol, actually. Non-drinkers, sober people, and even those enjoying a soft drink or a mocktail can be targeted. It's a misconception that it only happens to women in clubs. Anyone, anywhere can fall victim to it, regardless of gender, age, or drinking habits. Our episode a few months back was about the Lao poisonings. That is also a form of drink spiking. Did you ever worry about being spiked on a night out?
Never. I can remember there being some sort of education about it at school. We saw there was this new bottle cap that you could put on that would only let things out in one direction and not the other way.
Yes, I do vaguely remember that.
I can remember that, but not once. The opposite.
Yes.
I would drink all the drinks at the bar that I hadn't bought.
Yes.
And particularly at parties. And I remember thinking, it's something, like you said, something that happens to girls in clubs. Who would do it to me? So I never worried about it. Was it on your radar?
I never, ever worried about it either, which is just embarrassing, really. I didn't care about myself that much generally anyway, so why would I care about drink spiking? I thought I was invincible back there, Haim. I didn't care about my own safety at all, which is a bit sad, isn't it?
Well, it just goes to show how easy it is to spike someone, right?
Yeah.
We are not careful. I'm still not careful. And I'm sober. I'm still, like we said in the methanol episode, not everyone, sober or drinking, is watching their drink being made.
No.
The easiest person to spike you would be the barman or the bar lady.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going, oh, hang on, I want to see you open that bottle of gin before pouring me a gin and tonic.
Yeah.
We've all got our guard down.
I'm trying to understand it, Hamish, as a thing that someone would do. Like, what is the mentality that is going on where somebody's going out to drug someone? Like, is it just for sex? Is that generally what it's for? Is that they're hoping that they can...
I think that's the logical explanation. I'm going to spike someone, then I'm going to have sex with them. It might be robbing. I know lots of people... Isn't that not a drug that they give to you and then they can walk you to an ATM and you will get cash out? You're sort of lucid enough to know your PIN number, but not lucid enough to understand you're being drugged.
There's all sorts of different reactions,
I guess money and sex.
Oh, the sins of our time.
Fortunately, we don't do either of those things.
No, thank God we're sober.
No money and no sex with me, please.
Certainly not.
This is wild. You've done a bit of research from an article in The Sun, which is always a good place to do research.
Always the best.
That drink spiking amongst men is actually growing. So in 2022, of all the reported cases of drink spiking, only 5% were male victims. But by 2023, the ratio had shifted to an almost equal split. Now, this is only the ones reporting it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 2.3% women, 2.1% men of reported incidents. That's of the 100 spikings that are reported in the UK each week.
Each week.
Miles more than I thought it was going to be. What would you have guessed if you'd said how many?
I would have guessed maybe one a week in the UK. I would have guessed so,
I mean, they're reported. So
Mint is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15 a month. 2, seriously, it's $15 a month. 3, no big contrast. 4, I use it. 5, my mom uses it. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening, right? Okay, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, $15 per month equivalent required. New customer offer first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
With Plan B emergency contraception, we're in control of our future. It's backup birth control you take after unprotected sex that helps prevent pregnancy before it starts. It works by temporarily delaying ovulation, and it won't impact your future fertility. Plan B is available in all 50 U.S. states at all major retailers near you, with no ID, prescription, or age requirement needed. Together, we got this. Follow Plan B on Insta at Plan B One Step to learn more. Use as directed.
that's just how prevalent it is. That's the reported ones. Underreporting, like your example, is a huge problem. It's estimated that 90% of drink spiking incidents go unreported, suggesting the actual number of male and female victims might be significantly higher.
Right, I'm going to try and do some maths now.
Oh, God.
So if 90% don't report, let me do the maths here. Wait a second, my brain's ticking over, Hamish. That's 1,000 spikings a week in the UK alone.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
my
huge.
God. Who are these people?
I don't know.
There's an army of them by the sounds of it.
And it gets worse. According to the UK Home Office, 1 in 9 women and 1 in 17 men report to having their drink spiked. In Australia, drink spiking reports have tripled in the past 5 years.
So it really is a thing that's going on.
So you shouldn't feel silly, right? 1 in 9 women are doing it and only 10% of those are reporting it.
And I'm one of them. Like, I'm just one person who's just looking into this topic, and I'm one of them that has experienced this. And actually, Hamish, we had lots of stories from our cuppa members about drink spikings. One woman pretended to have been spiked because she was so drunk. She told everyone she'd been spiked. Apparently that happens quite a lot too.
For sure, that happens all the time. I get people doing a version of that now. You know, when people that still drink try and play down a hangover to you because you're sober, they're always like, to me, there was, I must have eaten something last night. I'm like, you had 12 pints last night. Like, no, someone must have slipped something into my drink. No, it can't be the alcohol.
I was like my friend who ate all the roses on Christmas Day, but he'd also drank a bottle of vodka. The next day, his mum was like, are you all right, darling? What's wrong? He said, I ate too many caramel kegs. He bloody drank a whole bottle of vodka. No wonder you're puking. Yeah, so thanks to everybody that sent in stories about their drink spikings. I'm not actually going to read them out, but I can tell you it was a lot of people with a lot of horrific and very, very personal stories.
Did you feel better about your own story?
Absolutely, I did. Yeah. I read them and thought, gosh, I'm not the only one. I don't feel so stupid now. I did feel a
wonder
bit
how many of
stupid.
those were reported. I'm guessing
None
pretty
of
low.
them.
Exactly.
None of them said. Only one girl, the one who sent the email at the start of the podcast, she was the only one that reported it. So it goes far beyond the spiking itself. Being spiked can lead to long-term trauma, anxiety, a loss of trust in social situations, and probably more drinking. Victims often blame themselves, as we heard, wondering if they should have been more careful or more suspicious. But the truth is the responsibility lies solely with the person who spikes the drink.
Here are the key signs that your drink might have been spiked.
Oh, good. This is good.
Okay. It's important to remember that spiking substances are often tasteless, colourless and odourless, so it can be hard to detect. However, there are a few clues to watch out for and symptoms to be aware of.
I must say with this, when I drank the drink, I'd already had one drink. So I think that probably made me less aware of something tasting off. And actually, I didn't care in those days. As long as it had alcohol in it, I was downing it. It didn't really matter about the taste. But one of the main things you should look out for is that if it seems a bit off, if the taste is a bit weird.
Particularly for sober people getting spiked. Like we have got highly attuned taste buds
We have
for
now.
alcohol.
Yeah.
I can take one sip and be like, I've been served the alcohol beer, not the non-alcohol
I know.
beer.
I have to check sometimes. I have to go up to the bar because if I think it tastes just a slightly bit boozy, I'm like, oh my God, it tastes boozy. I'm having an alcohol-free beer. I just want to enjoy it. I have to go up to the bar
And it's hard now because alcohol-free beers are so good.
Yeah.
A few years ago, you'd have an alcohol-free beer like, this
what's
tastes like
this?
piss.
Yeah.
This is clearly not alcohol.
Yeah.
It might also look or smell strange. I know we've said it can be tasteless and it can be odourless. Not all the time, though.
No, right, okay. If you feel drunk after a small amount, which is exactly what happened to me, I went into a blackout after having this drink that was passed to me. I can't remember anything until the next morning.
Yes, you might feel dizzy, confused or disorientated. Obviously hard to detect if you are already half drunk.
Memory gaps or blackouts.
Nausea or vomiting.
Sudden tiredness or drowsiness.
Difficulty focusing or speaking.
Unusual behaviour or feeling out of character.
Now, obviously, all of those are kind of symptoms of drunkenness.
Totally. It's really hard, isn't it?
It's hard to detect. So it might be that you actually need your friends who are with you to be able to they are not acting normal drunk.
Yeah.
This is probably an example of needing to be with the right people because it's hard to detect it in yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. The effects of drink spiking depend on the substance used as well, the amount and how your body reacts to it, interestingly enough. Common drugs used for spiking include alcohol, which is like extra shots in your drink, Rohypnol, also called roofies, GHB and ketamine, like your mate. These substances can take effect within 20 to 30 minutes and last for actually several hours. So you can be out of it for absolutely ages, not knowing anything that's going on, which actually sounded like a normal Saturday night for me, Hamish. Yeah.
So if you think your drink was spiked, here are a few things you need to do. Stop drinking immediately.
Obviously.
Tell someone you trust, hopefully a friend, if not bar staff, security, someone who seems in a position of authority. Get to a safe place, seek medical help. I know that can feel dramatic to call an ambulance when you feel like, I might just be drunk. Do it. Might as well err on the side of caution and report the incident to the police.
Yes.
We know only 10% of you listening will report it to the police. Do it. Vic didn't, and she still beats herself up about it years later.
Have you ever had your alcohol-free drink spiked before? Accidentally?
I haven't.
Okay.
Firstly, I don't think it would be accidentally. I've drunk alcohol since going sober because I've been served the wrong drink.
Right.
Anyone who's been sober for any amount of time, this will happen to you.
Yeah, it's not the same, is it?
I've never been really concerned, but I wouldn't be surprised if one of my boozier mates spiked my drink with alcohol. It's like, go on, let's get the old Hame back.
Yes.
It's just a bit of fun. Like, we miss drunk Hame. I can see, luckily none of my mates are total assholes.
How would you feel if they did that?
I would feel betrayed, really. I'd be like, this is me. You know, like I'm enough. It's unfair.
Don't say that to them because they'll probably punch you.
Oh, they're like, what a fucking loser.
You've
read too much, Brene Brown.
guys, just so you know, you don't need to do that to me. I'm enough.
I would probably laugh it off, to be honest.
Yeah, you'd have to.
I'm not good at confrontation. I would probably laugh it off, but I would genuinely be annoyed with them.
Yeah.
And it might cost us our friendship.
Yeah.
I've done this for years. This is my job. This is my choice. Who are you to make that decision for me?
I've just thought of another drink spiking incident I had actually, Hamish, was I was sober, luckily, and it was on my wedding night and my dad spiked the punch and there was 3 hospitalisations.
Whoa.
Yes.
What did he spike it with?
A bottle of vodka.
Ketamine.
Yeah, ketamine.
Wild wedding.
Yeah. My dad just had some GHB left over from the party the week before.
Okay, with vodka.
I swear, everybody there was in a blackout at 5:30. I was like, what the hell's going on? I saw my dad. I said, did you spike the punch? He was like, yeah, I just put a bit of vodka in it. They were absolutely out of it.
I wonder how your dad feels about that.
Yeah, I'll ask him.
In retrospect. So how can you be aware of drink spiking? They all know what we're going to say here, Vic. You've guessed it, sobriety.
Yeah.
And even that is not a 100% safe option, but it should take care of most of them.
It's true, though. If you're sober, it's much less likely that you'll be somewhere where the spikers are. You'll probably be having a wholesome game of Scrabble with a blanket over your legs, not down the pub, eh?
But if you are out with some mates, then here are some ways you can protect yourself and the people you're with.
Yes. Keep your drink in your hand. Never leave your drink unattended. If you need to step away, even to dance or go to the loo, take your drink with you or finish it before you leave.
Watch your drink being poured. Make sure you see it. Make sure you see that cap open. Don't accept drinks from strangers unless you're watching the bartender prepare it.
Okay. Use a drink cover. That's that thing you were talking about. There are products like Spikies, which are stoppers for bottles, and nightcap scrunches, a cover that fits over your glass that prevents someone from slipping anything into your drink.
It's all well and good to say that, but who would do it?
Well, the thing is, my drinks
we
didn't
tell our
last
teenage
long.
kids, you would say that. I'd buy one of these Spikies.
They wouldn't do it.
They wouldn't use it.
But also, for me, a drink lasted 10 seconds. It was down the hatch. I wasn't going to get something out of my pocket and spread it over the top of the glass and then sip from it. It just wasn't going to happen.
And then, remember to take that off the 8th drink and put it onto the 9th.
Yeah, no, I know. It sounds like a good idea. It is the right idea, but I just don't know if anyone does it.
Don't share drinks. It's tempting to try a friend's fancy cocktail, but sharing drinks makes it far easier for someone to spike them without you noticing.
Stick to bottles or cans.
That's the easy one.
That's an easy one.
Bottles and cans.
Bottles or cans are harder to spike than glasses that are open. Keep your hand over the top when you're not drinking.
That's one thing I did do, actually.
Yeah.
If I was drinking beer out of a bottle, I would have my thumb over the top when I wasn't drinking. I guess I was sort of conscious of not getting spiked.
That is conscious. Yeah. It doesn't work with me, Hamish.
Yeah,
because of the
one
stump.
Finger down.
Yeah, so there's still a gap. You could slip something in because my stumpy finger doesn't cover the whole glass.
You've got 2 hands, though.
Oh, yeah, I've got 2 hands. That's true. I could use 2.
It's just taken a few years till you figure out you could use the other hand.
Oh, yes. That was just been limp by my side.
Be wary of strangers offering you drinks. If someone you don't know offers you a drink, politely decline unless you see it being poured in front of you. I've never been offered a drink by a stranger.
Didn't girls used to buy you drinks, Hamish?
I don't think I've ever been bought a drink by a girl.
Oh, really? I'll buy you a drink later.
Thank you. It's
not
more
an
on a cheap
one.
date. I like water.
Yeah.
Sparkling water,
that's
please.
the only reason I know, because I know you're sober, so it's a cheap date. Look out for your friends. This is a good one. If you're out with mates, keep an eye on each other's drinks and behaviour. If someone suddenly seems more intoxicated than they should be, get them to a safe place.
And trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. If your drink tastes strange or you feel odd after drinking it, stop it immediately and tell someone you trust.
Maybe we should just all drink from dog bowls on the floor, Hamish. That'd probably be better.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Why is that safer?
Or carry your drink around in one of those toddler sippy cups. Hard to spike, hard to spill.
Or have your drink in the thing that it can only fit a straw in it.
Yeah.
And one of those straws that's a big comical one that goes round your eyes.
Oh, yes.
And there's just like one sip. That's the key.
But no one would hang out with you if you had that, because they'd just think, oh, what's that person got that long
true.
straw
I've got
for?
my
That's really
safe lid on and I've got a straw that goes over my eyes.
And a helmet.
And drinking everything in one sip only, which probably means I'm absolutely off my nut anyway.
They'd be like, this guy, gee.
He's safe though.
Yeah, he's
safe.
very safe.
Which is what you want in friends. So I tell you what, he's got no chat, but my God, is he safe?
He's a complete dork, but
he's wearing a helmet inside.
Very safe. I think I just might take a bottle of Perrier wherever I go. Hydration and sophistication, Hamish. I could spike people with elderflower instead.
That's my kind of spiking.
Yeah.
If I've just got a sparkling water, you want to sneak up to me and elderflower me.
Oh, yeah, or a bit of Robinson squash.
Oh, yeah, you've got
Spike
my love,
me, baby.
Love for life.
I think I just want to add that spiking doesn't just affect people that drink, of course. It's a scary thought, hey, Haim, getting off your nut again, and it could not be your own choice. Now, that is an awful thought. I'm not sure how I'd feel if I was out being my sober self and being all like happy and confident and then feeling drunk.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it
or
was
high.
It gives me palpitations just thinking about it. Something being out of my choice and being sober is really scary. And actually this week, Haim, I've had a really bad back and the doctor gave me some muscle relaxants, which I didn't realise were quite strong when I took them. I read on the back that it said, don't take when you're driving and things like that. And I said to my husband, I'm not sure if I'm comfortable taking these, but my back was so bad that I couldn't move and I had to take them. And I felt a little bit off my nut and it wasn't a nice feeling. It actually gave me really bad anxiety and I had to stop. I took 2 and I fell asleep and I slept very heavily, I will admit. And my back did feel a bit better. But the feeling of having something in my body that was making me feel different to my natural self felt very uncomfortable.
I had the same thing last year when I had my appendix out. And they gave me these painkillers and said, you take it for the first week. And I did it for the first day. Off my nut.
Yeah.
And I stopped. And I think that's the frightening thing about getting spiked if you're sober is you are so in tune with how you feel. You would notice it immediately.
Yes.
Whereas if you're drunk, you might not notice it. It's all a bit wavy. I'm drunk anyway. I don't know what this feeling is. If you're sober and you get spiked, you're going to be conscious of it straight away and it will be triggering and frightening.
Very frightening. Totally agree. So what's the takeaway? Trust no one, carry a thermos, stay at home and become a hermit, I would say, wouldn't you?
That's the key. Now, we do want you to go out and live your hopefully sober lives, but we also want you to be careful and aware. Trust your gut and take care of your drinking mates.
Then get home, get the Scrabble out, make yourself a luxury cheese board and spike yourself with an extra shot of chai latte.
That's
much safer.
Yeah,
We did just have a chai latte, didn't we?
Should have asked for a double.
We should have asked for a double. Yeah.
They were free.
Yeah, it's
They
a
were
shot.
free.
I do quite like saying still when they ask me how many shots of coffee, I still get to say I just like 2 shots. Yeah, I do like the feeling of still being able to have a shot, but it's not alcohol.
Interesting. Do you say make it strong?
Yeah, make it strong. Yeah,
Or
you
say
know how
more
I like it.
non-alcoholic spirits, you like double shot of seed lip and tonic. Interesting that you still like that.
I still like the lingo, Haim.
Yeah, the only shots I have now are like ginger shots. You know,
wheatgrass.
Wheatgrass. That's pretty much, I think, the only shot that I have.
Yeah,
Isn't
that's
that
good.
sad?
Yeah, it is sad. We're super healthy, really.
Yeah, mind you, I fucking hate shots anyway.
Yeah, fucking shots.
Oh.
Who invented shots?
The worst way to drink.
Oh God, when I was in Thailand, Haim, I've just got back. I've been doing a lot of Thai boxing. I met a Russian, this big Russian guy who ran the Thai boxing group. It was his building. He lived there and he ran the club. And I was like, oh, do you have classes at the weekends? I'd really love to come. He was super fit, this guy. He was about 6'5", massively muscly. And he said to me, no, at the weekend, I drink vodka.
Yeah.
I feel like saying, mate, stop doing that. What are you doing that for? That's just silly. It was really interesting how people can be really aware of their health in some respects and really unaware in other respects. It was quite frightening.
Yeah, I used to work in a gym here. And like the PTs party.
Yeah.
Like they are fit in the day and then party at night. And I guess, well, we've got these bodies. We can
go for it.
We can do it.
Yeah.
Plus he's Russian.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
There'd be an expectation that he guzzles vodka.
Yeah.
I would say, let's go to a cafe now and have ourselves a nice cup of chai.
Oh, yes.
But A, we've just done it.
Yes, true.
And B, I don't love going with you because you are very particular with your orders.
I am. It's something that's happened to me in sobriety, Hamish.
You've become someone that sends back a drink.
I'm a cafe Karen.
You are a cafe Karen. And
you know my mate Emily, we went out for a coffee the other day. Guess how much the pancakes were? It was $26. Okay, so we ate them and the kids couldn't finish them. I was like, that is a ridiculous amount of pancakes. And I looked at the menu. There was like a $17 option and a $26 option. Did they ask us which option we wanted, Hamish?
You just said the pancakes.
I said the pancakes. They didn't give us an option. So when she came over, my friend was like hiding her face in her lap because she was so embarrassed. I was like, we didn't order the $26 ones. We wanted the $17 ones, but nobody even asked us. Got the $26 back.
Of course you did.
She may have been embarrassed.
That's the worst thing about Cafe Karen is you get your own way. I don't know if you've forgotten what it's like working in hospitality. You don't care. It's not your money. Yeah, I'll give you a refund if you're upset. And so you win and then you do it again.
Yeah, I'll do it again. I'll keep going until I really grind these people down.
That's awful.
Yeah, my friend was embarrassed, but she didn't mind the $26 back, did she?
That's fair.
Hey?
But I tell you what, she won't come to that cafe with you again. She will be busy every time you ask her for a coffee for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Let's go somewhere now, Hamish, and order some eggs on toast and see if they give me 2 bits of fucking toast instead of 1, shall we?
The other great hatred in Vic's life is a mismanagement of eggs to soldiers.
Oh, for fuck's sake, what is wrong with people?
The things that get you riled up these days. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, bye.
If you're questioning your relationship with booze, you're struggling to moderate, or your hangovers are causing anxiety, it might be time to reach out for some support.
Yeah, just talk to a mate about how you're feeling, contact a local doctor, find an AA or sobriety group. Vic's got one.
Yeah, just head to www.cuppa.community.
Remember, if you're questioning yourself, it might be time to seek support.
Even though this journey can be awkward, it is definitely worth it. And if you've enjoyed the Sober Awkward podcast, don't forget to review it, rate it, and share it with your mates.
Do they have to share it with their mates?
Yeah, of course they do. I'm not doing this for nothing, Hamish. Bloody hell.
How do they share it?
I don't know, just write it on the document.
How many times have you wished you could be in 2 places at once? With Wix, you practically can. Wix's website builder is packed with powerful AI tools to make running your business online easier. Build a full site just by talking with AI. Get an AI agent to manage your sales and marketing. Or work like a 10-person team, even if it's just you. So you don't need superpowers to get everything done. You just need Wix. Try it now for free at Wix.com.
When you give gifts, you like to knock them out of the park. Airwick Essential Mist Diffuser's chic design, long-lasting scents, and effortless setup makes it the kind of gift that feels complete the moment it's unwrapped. Perfect for your favorite dinner party host or that friend who loves a cozy night in. Plus, its cordless design means you can easily take this gentle fragrance with you from room to room. Airwick Essential Mist. Ready to gift. Ready to uplift.
Hey neighbor, this holiday season, Birch Lane is here to help you celebrate with friends and family. From guest-ready dining tables to cozy sofas that fit the whole crew, our classic furniture and decor are crafted to last. And with fast, free delivery, you can be ready for holiday hosting in days, not weeks. So you can spend time on what matters most. It's classic style for joyful living. Shop Birch Lane, a Wayfair specialty brand at birchlane.com.
So, as you probably know, my comedy memoir, 1,000 Wasted Sundays, is officially out. All my magnificent fuck-uppery in one awkward hit. If you'd like to get your hands on a copy, it's now available from all good bookstores.
We always say all good bookstores, don't we?
Yeah.
Are there bad bookstores?
No, it's probably ones with moody sellers.
Oh yeah, really depressed librarian folk.
Yes,
Okay,
good. So there are probably some, but we're only storing it in the good ones.
It's only made it into the goodies.
You can also get it from all good online retailers. The print version and ebook are out now, and the audiobook will be available in March. I've been writing my memoir for 5 years. It will make you laugh, cry and cringe, and hopefully inspire a few people to reconsider their relationship with booze. If you love the podcast, then I think you'll love the book, even if I do say so myself. Hamish has read it. What did you think?
I feel like I know a little bit too much about you now, to be honest, Vic. Look, I really loved it. It was hilarious and surprisingly moving, but I feel like I've seen you naked in a literary sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's worrying.
Yeah. From an emotional point of view, seriously, it wobbled my teeny weeny wooden heart, Vic.
Okay.
My teeny little wooden heart.
Well, his wooden heart is broken. Anyway, so if you do manage to get your filthy mitts on a copy, please do me a favour and head to goodreads.com and give me a review. Doing that will help me get it out there to those that need a bit of sober support. So there you have it. My story, unwanted warts and all. Come and get awkward with me.
Not to be too demanding or anything, but seriously, go and buy it now.
Yeah, go and buy it. Go and buy it right now.
Yeah, don't just tell your friends, buy it, and then buy your friends one or two.
Yeah, don't give them a copy, buy it. Yeah.
And you know what? Don't be careful where you store it. If you lose it, you can always buy another 5.
Buy another one.
Yeah.